Kaiju High Five. Oh yeah. Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the MonsterArts Godzilla. And in particular, there are different kinds of Godzilla as you delve deeper in Godzilla collecting. And it just depends on which movie or which timeline you're referring to. And it's actually pretty cool. And that's the beauty of the Godzilla franchise. There's just a lot of variety. Right, so in particular, this one is from the movie Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And actually, this is the Godzilla Jr. when he evolved to a full size. And it's after the meltdown of the old one. Some say this is actually called Godzilla Heisei. And I've heard that term before, especially with Kamen Rider. You have the Showa Riders and you have the Heisei Riders. And basically, it's basically a transition. Showa being the old style, or the older versions, and the Heisei, which is the more current or the newer style. And some people just call it Godzilla Revival Edition. So, and there's a variety of ways. Anyways, here's the box art, looking pretty cool. And you always have the scratch marks, especially on top. That's really nice. Moving to the side. Here we go. On the back. And here we also see different poses. And actually, I believe this is the burning Godzilla mold, just without the burning effect, and it's my favorite mold actually. And we have an effect part, which we see here. So it's really nice that this one comes with an effect part. There we go. And on the bottom, that's pretty much it for the box arts. And let's take a look inside. All right, and now we got Godzilla here. As always, as expected for MonsterArts, you're getting the quality of the figure. Really nice sculpting. This texture is just amazing, and the articulation, in particular Burning Godzilla, has that awesome articulation for the tail. Because usually when you get a Godzilla figure, it's you get the articulation is very limited, but with the newer MonsterArts, the articulation is just amazing. They've added so many, you know, and some of those, sometimes you gotta trade off between aesthetic look and having more articulation. But here it's a really nice balance. Alright, so let's go start with the head. We get a pretty good movement here. You can look at the side to side. Nice eyes. Get the mouth. I see that, but here you got a red tongue right there. There we go. I did found one of my dorsal fin on top. The very top one is leaning to his right. Not sure why is that. I can kind of just push it back on the left, but it goes back. Not really a problem. It's one of those when you have an organic figure, if he has deformities, it's alright. It makes it more unique. Alright, so moving down, we have a movable arm, one of the very articulate arms out there. So a wide range of movement. And basically, it's kind of like, it is the Burning Godzilla mold. So that's pretty cool. We have a bicycle swivel there. The wrist, really nice. You have the midsection. And especially the waist area, this is like the highlight. Basically, he can sit down, do a body slam. You got the knee here. You got the ankle. Just pretty good articulation. You can even move it up if you want to. And actually, interestingly enough, I had an issue in mine. You actually, for some weird reason, it tend to pop off. It doesn't do it right now, but just want to show you. It does pop off, and if you're curious, this is what it looks like inside. You get this double ball joint here, and actually, this comes off easily too. I think it's just the ball joint on the hip inside here is a lot more stiffer, so you're not getting much give there. And that's what causing it to pop off on mine the first time. Well, I just want to demonstrate that, and it might happen to you, but the great thing is it's a big ball joint. You can always just pop it back in, not a problem. I had issues before with my other SH Martial Arts, especially on the tail, like the King Ghidorah, where it popped up and the bolt joint is just too small that when you put it back in, it's just loose. Alright, so everything's back in. It's looking good again. So again, very articulate, really nice. So pretty much that's it for in terms of articulation and the details, and I really like it. Alright, so let's do some comparison. Alright, and we have the 94 version here. This is the first SH MonsterArts Godzilla, and this is from the movie where he fought off Space Godzilla. Now, just in terms of color, again, you'll see quite a difference there. This one has a little bit more gray. This one has had that little bit of tint of blue. Ironically, the back of this has more of a blue-gray, or bluish white-gray on the back. That's supposed to be gray here. So I guess it's a nice contrast, although I kind of like this one more. It's more vibrant. And this is a derpy-eyed Godzilla. I think hence why they have the re-release of the first one. But unfortunately, they didn't add the atomic breath. You can only get it on the first edition. Why? But you know, nonetheless, I didn't get the re-release of the first Godzilla, the 94 version. You know, I'm happy with this guy. And this is probably my favorite one, the 95 version. Alright, so that's it for the original. Let's put it aside and let's take a look at Burning Godzilla. So basically, they are identical. Maybe a few things different, but for the most part, they are the same. It's really nice though. It seems like you're getting two different figures because of the different red color. And it's kind of amazing how they added this clear parts. I wonder if that's actually a clear piece there, and they painted on top of it. Actually, this one I haven't popped off a peg to check out what's inside. Probably best not to. Alright, so I just want to show that. And also you got Godzilla Jr. right here. So from that movie, this little guy evolved into this guy here. Some drastic changes. Color is gonna be different. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's put it on the side there. And what else we can talk about? The effect parts. So again, you're gonna get the shockwave here, which has that orange molten look, really nice. And you get this one. So again, you're only getting this one from the first exclusive. I believe that's the one with the master tanks, Super X2, and the airplanes. And that's the only way to get it, the red atomic breath. Now, if my memory serves me right, that one has a little bit more effect. Has more white in the middle. It's more of a variety in terms of color. But this one you can just see it. Well, just depending on where the light hits. But this is more consistent red all throughout. I think that's the only thing I can see a difference from that. Other than that, you're still getting this. This is a cool effect part. But I still think the one from the far Rodan, that flaming effect with a spiral, I think that's one a lot better for, well, especially for Burning Godzilla. But you know, it's not too bad. You know, can't say no to effect parts. And you're also gonna get this base here, or the arm. So that's great. They added that. Also, if you notice my Burning Godzilla, I think from my review, I swapped it out with the open hand. You do have the open hands for this guy right here, but I'm just gonna use the more closed one just for variety. And there you go. That's pretty much it for the review. I really like this one. I'm really glad I got him. There's a few knickknacks, the few nicks that I pointed out, but you know, nonetheless, it's a solid figure. I really like this, and I can't wait for the future releases. We already heard about Godzilla 2014. I'm gonna get that probably December, and I'm gonna wait domestically. So typically I order these guys from AmiAmi, but sometimes it's just better to wait domestically. So it's gonna be maybe a month delay on my part before I get the review. It's a lot cheaper actually to just do that. So 2014, that's gonna be a little while. Otherwise, I do plan to get the high mobility Kiryu. that's coming out too. And that one, that might be a little delayed also. But, you know, nonetheless, I'll be getting it, and those are being great for my Godzilla collection. Alright, that's about it for the review. Again, don't forget to check out my Facebook. I do my updates there before I upload it on YouTube. So please check that out. Put the link down below. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.